My name is Roc Living, and I portray the character of Jabari, first Stringfellow, in the upcoming feature film, H-Town, the movie.
Where are you from?
I am born and raised in Houston, Texas.
First, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I consider myself to be a free-thinking, free spirit. Basically saying that I don't bound myself to any particular belief system. I'm open to new evidence, and I have a scientific mind, so I think along the lines of science and nature as far as being a course of belief.
In H-Town, you play a character called First String. Tell us about your character.
The character First String in the upcoming film, H-Town, is he's just that. He's a first string. He was always like right there at being the best, but came a little short. He's in this particular scenario, I'm a bodyguard to a drug kingpin that I grew up with, and you know, there were several times when I looked out for him back in the day, and he looked out for me. You know, gave me a job when I didn't fulfill my sports dreams. So he looked out for me, employed me, but at the same time, I started indulging myself in the illegal activity that I was being a professional in. And at that point, I, without giving it away, I get carried away with my drug use. I let it get to my head, and let's just say, I start feeling myself.
How do you think people are going to relate to your character?
I believe that quite a few people will identify with my character simply because I am a former athlete in the movie H-Town, and this is such a huge sports city. And with my character being one of the ones who always had these sports dreams and ambitions, aspirations of making it to the big leagues and coming just short, there's so many athletes that have that same mentality here in Houston because this is such a talented city full of athletes in all variety of sports. So as far as identifying my character, they'll understand that, you know, you kind of get into a point where when you fall short of your dreams and you pretty much lived all your life to fulfill those dreams and you come short, you kind of go into a depression, especially when you don't have different venues, you know, working out for you outside of your hoop dreams, if you have any at all. Because a lot of people, you know, go in head first, give all their energy into fulfilling their sports dreams. And when they come short, I won't say all, but generally speaking, they fall into a bit of a depression. And fortunately for the character First String, he has the support of his friends who looks out for him and, you know, gives him an employment opportunity. It may not be legal, but it's an employment opportunity, and it allows him to still fulfill that monetary dream. You know, it may not be what he wants to do or what he always dreamed of doing, but he's still able to make that money.
The tragedy of Hurricane Katrina plays a major role in this movie. In fact, you play someone who had to leave New Orleans due to Katrina. What was your reaction when Katrina hit 10 years ago?
Well, when Katrina hit 10 years ago, I was actually in Dallas in a business conference, but I had heard about, you know, what was taking place, you know, days prior. And with me being I say a conspiracy realist, I personally don't believe it was just a total natural disaster, you know, but I'm gonna leave it at that. And as far as how it affected me, I had open arms because I have family in New Orleans. You know, one of the things that bothered me the most is how so many people refer to those who flee from New Orleans as refugees. And I'm thinking to myself, are you serious? Do you really know what you're saying when you call someone a refugee? A refugee is someone who's fleeing to a foreign country. because of political war or something like that. So to call someone a refugee when they're just crossing a state border for safety is pretty ignorant. But, then that was a problem for some, and it got to the point where they started calling them evacuees and things of that nature. The world is full of labels. But like I was saying before, the way it affected me, I was just thankful that my family was okay. And of course, have sympathy for those whose family didn't make it, and for those who couldn't find refuge, and for those who did, I'm thankful. And for those who I personally know, thank you for still being there.
Many people had to up and move, and some people did what they had to do to survive. How does that relate to your character?
As far as the character of First String in relation to the tragedy of Hurricane Katrina, you got to think about the fact that, okay, you come short of your dreams. You've been displaced because of, like I said, a so-called natural disaster. And now it kind of kicks you into survival mode, because now you have to fend for yourself. I mean, a lot of people came over here with absolutely nothing, but at the same time, 10 years later, there are major success stories. That just shows, in my opinion, the determination and strong will of a person who is focused, who is loved, who is determined to not have their back against the wall for the rest of their life.